Okay, let's talk YouTube. Now, if you've been around long enough, you remember the old YouTube system, which was a 5-star rating. What YouTube figured out was that most people either clicked 1 star or 5-star. Pretty much saying, I like it or I dislike it. So YouTube just switched from a 5-star rating system to a thumbs up or a thumbs down. The likes or dislikes. There are a lot of content creators that will tell you that they really don't like getting dislikes. It really affects them, you know, and I get that. You know, negativity is a hard thing to deal with, but maybe it's because of the amount of dislikes that I've gotten since the very beginning. I haven't made a video ever that has never gotten dislikes. Every one of my videos has dislikes, and some of them have massive amounts of dislikes. And what I always tell people is, you know, I don't like every project I make. So that's fine. You go out to eat with a group of 5 friends, and one friend says, let's go to Giovanni's, you know. What are the odds that the 4 other people are all gonna like that restaurant? Odds are one of them is gonna say, I don't really like Giovanni's. Can we go someplace else? Do you all look at that guy and say, what the hell's your problem? You know? I mean, why would you say that? It's nothing personal. He just doesn't like that restaurant, you know? Maybe he's a big fan of veal parmesan, and the veal parmesan that he's used to isn't the veal parmesan that they're specialized in. So if you and your 4 friends can't even decide on a restaurant with having one person kind of just go, fine, I'll go. That's, you know, I don't like it, but I'm gonna go. How can you expect 100,000 people to watch a YouTube video without a large percentage of them going, I thought that was garbage, you know? Or not even that, not even, I thought that was garbage, you know? Your friend went with you to the restaurant, he ate at Giovanni's, you know? He paid for his meal, and at the end he still kind of went, that wasn't my favorite. I still kind of dislike it, you know? That's the same thing. You watch a video, you go through the whole thing, and at the end you're kind of like, this doesn't bother me. Personally, that doesn't bother me. If the number of dislikes is vastly disproportional to the number of likes, if, you know, a video gets 100 likes and 500 dislikes, okay, something's wrong. Obviously that style of video or that style of project or something about what you've done isn't good. But just, you know, a smattering of people, I don't know, 5–10% even, that say, I don't really like this, it's not bad. You're not gonna make everybody happy. And you couldn't expect to. And in fact, if you ever find a video that doesn't have any dislikes, it's probably because it doesn't have very many views either. It's hard to find something that everybody likes. And that's okay. And so what happens is, as content creators, we tend to make these people feel bad. We tend to villainize people who click the dislike button. And, you know, I don't want you to dislike the video. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to, you know, to enjoy the video. But if you do click the dislike button, you know, feel free to tell me why you didn't like it. That doesn't bother me. As long as you're not rude, you know, if you just get on there and start swearing about my grandma, then yeah, you know, I'm gonna take offense to that. I recently made a video where the project was red and black. And when I finished with it, I realized it was sort of polarizing. I was done with it. I didn't like the way it looked. But I had a lot of people that commented and said, I love it. You know, don't destroy that. The thing is that we need to be careful not to make people who have criticism into trolls. And the term troll is, I think, too loosely used on YouTube. I get a handful of trolls. You know, I've had people say ridiculous things like, you know, I should go kill myself. You know, you're so ugly you make me sick. Or I like the way, you know, Honey Graham cereal tastes. And it's just absurd, out there things. And they just want attention. That's all they want. That's all they're looking for is attention. I'm almost 40 years old. I still remember what it was like being a kid, try to get, you know, one of my parents' attention. You just want, hello, somebody give me attention. Something, hello, you know? You're like, Timmy broke his leg. What? No, everything's fine. Can I have a cookie? It's normal. We've all done it. We've all said something insane to get someone else's attention or to get a reaction out of somebody. You know, you've said something inflammatory or rude to get a reaction out of somebody. I'm sure we've all done it. I've also found when I read a comment that I think is rude and then I respond to it, I'll get a positive back. But portions of this are all wrong. I don't know what you were thinking. And I'll just sit there and go, oh, that's a jerky thing. That's pretty rude. That's pretty rude. Why would you say that? And I type back, why would you say that? That's pretty rude. Oh, I was just saying they weren't to my liking. I love your videos. I love what you're doing. Long-time watcher. Because maybe they just typed something out quickly without thinking about it, just as I just typed something back quickly. Maybe I inferred something from the comment that they didn't intend to relay when they typed it. Emails, comments, you know, texts, they don't have inflections, you know, so we don't know when someone's being sarcastic, we don't know when someone's being lighthearted, we don't know certain people's personality. My friends know if the waitress comes and asks us how our food was, the very first thing out of my mouth was, I hated it, this was awful. And it's usually with a smile on my face because the plate is empty. But if I just typed that to her, she texts behind the counter, how was the food? This is what it's going to be like in 30 years. You know, we're all sitting at the table and we get a text from the waitress, how's the food? You know, and we text back, it sucks. But, you know, it's a joke. While having a thick skin is really an integral part of surviving on YouTube, just knowing that not everyone is out to get you is also something you should be aware of. Just like we say to our kids, you know, it's not always about you, Tommy. Maybe they didn't mean it personally. Maybe they were just being flippant. Maybe, you know, maybe they were just saying something off the cuff. Maybe that's just their personality. Or maybe they're a big fat jerk. If I respond to somebody, giving them the benefit of the doubt, and they respond back with another jerky, inflammatory, or comment full of nasty language, then I'll delete them. Because when the actual trolls come out from underneath the bridge, I'm not gonna deal with it. I'll just burn your bridge down. So I guess the point is, likes are awesome. We love likes. Dislikes really aren't that bad. They give you a nice bellwether of what your channel's doing. And it sort of helps steer you in the direction that you need to go. Trolls are far and few between, and mostly trolls are of our own making. When someone who makes a comment that is really just constructive criticism, and we lash back at them, we really do create the trolls ourselves. There is an article that goes along with this. You know, if you like this video, please share it. Please tell other folks. This is actually a very small channel. If this is something you want me to continue, I won't know unless you tell me. If there's a general YouTube theory that you'd like to discuss, again, not the ins and outs of certain buttons or certain features, I'll leave that to the channels that specialize in it. More YouTube theory than the sort of specificity that some of those other channels go into. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll be back later to talk more YouTube.